how are you?
Alright. I'm fine. What about you?
I'm also good. Can you introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Sanjay Bist and I come from Uttarakhand. And nowadays I'm living in Gurugram, Haryana because it's been for 2 years I'm working as an analyst. And basically I'm from Uttarakhand, okay? And if I talk about my education, I have completed my 10 plus 2 from Army boarding school. As well as I have completed my graduation and nowadays I'm pursuing my Master of Commerce. It's my final year as well. And if I talk about my hobbies are listening to music, watching movies, and traveling as well. As well as I'm a YouTuber, and my channel name is The Global Voice by Sanjay Biz. So that's all about me. So now it's your turn. Could you introduce yourself? And if you want to ask any question, you can ask as well. Okay?
Okay, sure. Good to know about you. My name is Pallavi Dhingra, and I'm an English trainer by profession. And I'm from Delhi. I have been teaching online from last 10 years. And I feel so much of happiness when somebody improves through my teaching. And about my educational qualification, I'm postgraduate in English, as well as I'm CELTA, TFL, TESOL certified trainer. And moreover, about my hobbies, I really love to shop a lot.
Oh my God, that's great. And you have introduced yourself very wonderfully. And you are an English trainer as well, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so when do you start your journey to learn English?
Well, in COVID-19 period, I started working on my spoken English. Before that, I used to study in Hindi medium background. After sixth standard, I took admission in English medium background, and somehow I passed my 10 plus 2 and graduation. Okay. After completing my graduation as well, I couldn't speak in English as well. So then there was COVID-19 period. In COVID-19 period, from scratch, I have started working on my spoken English, and now I'm talking to you. And because of English language, I'm working as an analyst. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, that's really good to hear that you started like from the scratch you began. So can you just tell like how you started and how it worked and it helped you?
After completing my graduation as well, even I didn't know about the basic difference of English grammar. Okay, if I say I live in Khatima or I lives in Khatima, okay, like I don't know like where I should use s or es. I was very weak in English. Okay, so first of all, I worked on my basic English grammar. Okay, because if you don't know anything, how will you speak? So first, I thought I should work on my basic grammar. After that, I started working on my tenses. And how did I master tenses as well? Okay, I always say if you're a beginner, if you're from Hindi medium background as well, if you don't know anything in English, okay, just practice tenses just for 15 days, okay, and you have to practice for at least 3 to 4 hours on daily basis, okay. And how you have to practice? For example, I'm learning present indefinite tense, right? Mainly there are three type of tenses, but these are divided into 12 parts, right? If I talk
Yes.
about present indefinite tense, and I'm learning the rules of repetition as well, right? I have to make hundred of sentences in a particular tense. If I say मैं अंग्रेजी में बात करता हूँ, आई टॉक इन इंग्लिश, क्या मैं अंग्रेजी में बात नहीं करता हूँ, आई डोंट टॉक इन इंग्लिश, क्या मैं अंग्रेजी में बात करता हूँ, डू आई टॉक इन इंग्लिश, मैं अंग्रेजी में क्यों बात करता हूँ, why do I talk in English? So in this way I have made hundred of sentences. Same, I have written on my notebook as well. And after learning these things, okay, I was using an application. It was an online application, and in that application, I was talking to so many strangers because I am from Uttarakhand. I live in village as well, right? There is no environment. So I used to talk with so many people online, right? After that, I used to listen English conversational videos, English music, and some other things as well. So in this way, I have improved this language.
Okay, that's good to hear. Even recently I uploaded a video about tenses. It is like 52 minutes long video where I have covered tenses in very detail. And whosoever watches that video, I recommend you take a notebook and watch that video by making notes, and then you do the worksheets I have given in the end, which you will not find in any other video, because I also understand like tenses are something that is very important. as you mentioned, to work on tenses really plays a very important role.
Yes, ma'am, you're right. Initially, we have to work on basic grammar, okay? And initially, we translate sentences as well. Once you master your basic rules and regulation, okay? After that, you make hundred of sentences, right? And you will be following repetition method. So it will come automatically. You won't think in English, right? And you won't search video on YouTube as well, how to think in English as well, because you are repeating hundred of sentences, so it will come automatically, right?
Yeah, right. Very nice technique. I really like it. Okay,
Yeah, thank
so
you so much.
do you feel like you have improved so much? Do you want to improve more, or are you satisfied with your progress?
No, no, I'm not satisfied, and I just want to tell you there are so many learners, right, who will watch our videos. I just want to tell to them, once you'll start learning, working on this language, right, you'll get fed up, okay, you'll get disappointed, you will be facing so many challenges as well, right? You will be thinking, yeah, I'm doing lots of practice, right? I'm not improving as well. The same thing we have also faced, and every person faces as well, right? So I just want to say, I'm not satisfied. I want to improve, because I just want to speak advanced English. So till now, I'm working on my spoken English. Yeah.
Okay, that's really good. So what are things you are doing to improve yourself?
Yes.
What all things are you doing these days to improve yourself?
Okay, ma'am. Nowadays I'm working, so nowadays I don't have that much time. But whenever I get time, okay, I try to watch some English content. I try to watch some news on English. So nowadays I'm just doing all these things, and I try to connect with people. Right now I'm talking to you, so this is also my practice. Okay, I'm utilizing my time. But due to some work, due to some my office work, I'm living alone as well. I have to prepare lunch for me. I don't have that much time, but whenever I get time, I try to learn on daily basis.
That is really good because consistency is very important.
Yes, ma'am. Without consistency, we cannot achieve anything. And before learning this language, okay, like I was worried about my future. Like, how will I get job? Okay, in which field will I work? Now, because of learning this language, okay, whatever I know, right? I don't feel hesitate while giving interview. Even I don't worried about my job as well, because I know I'll get easily. So if you
Yeah.
master this language, you can work anywhere and you'll be getting so many benefit as well.
Yes, you are right. Because nowadays English has become the global language, and anywhere you go, first it is people check you through your communication skills.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, I'm so happy, and I wish you luck that you grow more and more in your career, and you will be improving your English very well. And really good to hear about you. So I have asked you so many questions. Do you have any question your side? Anything you would like to ask?
Yes, ma'am. Being an English trainer, right? I must ask a very basic question, because there are so many persons who will be watching your videos, right? So could you tell us how can we improve this language if someone is studying from Hindi medium background? Like, what's your opinion? There are so many people, they are living in villages as well, right? But nowadays I cannot say, if they are living in village, they don't have resources, right? Now we are having cell phone, and we are having yeah, we are having cell phone, right? Then we can do anything. So what's your opinion, and how can they improve as well?
Okay, see, I gave this answer specifically considering in my mind the people, those whose mother, those who are in Hindi medium, those who have done their schooling in Hindi medium, keeping them in mind, I'm giving these suggestions to those people. Especially, first of all, they should not translate because translation is something that will slow down the process. Translation worked 7 8 years back, but not today. Nowadays there are so many techniques that a person can follow to never translate, because few things that are in Hindi, they actually do not exist in English. For example, many people say आपका शुभ नाम क्या है, but there is nothing like what is your good name in English. What is your good name is absolutely incorrect. We call it as Indianism. So it is like what is your name, because name cannot be good or bad. So never translate until and unless you find something very difficult, then you can look for the translation. Otherwise, don't translate. And the people, those who are from Hindi medium, what they should do, they should start describing the things in their surroundings. How, like whatever you see surrounding to you. So you can say this is a room, there is a window, I'm going outside. So very basic sentences you can start describing in your surroundings. And next it is that when a person doesn't know English, he gets so fearful to speak in front of anybody. So what you should do, you should stand in front of the mirror and practice yourself. And what else you can do, it is start to think in English. Thinking in English is very important, as you also mentioned. So start getting the thoughts. Suppose whatever is your schedule, like after like our conversation, suppose my schedule is I will be taking class, then I will be having my lunch, after that I will go here, then I will do this. So I will not think in Hindi. अब मैं क्लास लूंगी, इसके बाद फिर मैं लंच करूंगी, फिर मैं शॉपिंग के लिए जाऊंगी. नाउ आई थिंक इन इंग्लिश. सो व्हेन यू विल स्टार्ट गेटिंग द thoughts in English, like input is English, so output is also English. But if input is Hindi, output cannot be English. Remember this very simple rule. So start thinking in English. And the catch here is when you will think in English, lot many times it will happen. आपको लगेगा यार मुझे तो इसकी English आती ही नहीं है, तो मैं कैसे सोचूं? Then you can Google it. Nowadays we live in the world of technology. You can Google, you can type in Hindi that sentence, it will tell you the English. So this is the best practice a person can do, by start thinking in English and stand in front of the mirror and practice and start describing your surroundings. And grammar, I don't wonder, it is very important to learn English. Later also you can learn grammar, but you can start with this. It's not important a person has to start with grammar. Gone are those days. So grammar can be even learned later and can get into it. Like once you start speaking, you come to a basic level, then incorporate grammar with it. So these are like few suggestions I will be giving to the viewers.
Yes, ma'am, you are right as well. But when I started working on my spoken English, I started from like translating sentences, and we are
Yes, this
everyone is
is
having
like
different
something which
different.
happened long time back. Even when I used to taught like 10 years back, as I've been teaching for 10 years, I also used to start like with grammar only by translation, because at that time that was the method that works. But as time grows, even I keep on updating myself, and the things have changed. Now no need to translate.
Yes, ma'am. Everyone is having different method, you can say, because if we are living in India, right? We
Yeah.
are having more than 140 crore people, right? You are having different technique. I'm having different technique, right? So yeah, it's not about like how you are starting. At least you must speak, right? If you want to speak this language, you have to open your mouth, okay? And if you want to do anything, okay, when we want to do anything, we experience as well, right? We do so many experiment as well. So whatever you want to like, however you want to learn, right? You can try to do some experiment. So in this way you will learn this language if you're very curious about, right?
Yes, I just tell you something. Today only I posted one short. It is about why people are not able to learn English. It's not that they cannot learn. It's just because they do not know their why. Like why they want to learn English. Like you have a purpose. When you started learning English, you said, I start thinking what my future, like what will happen in my future. So you know your why, like why you want to learn English. But many people, they do not have a purpose. And when you do not have a purpose, you're not able to achieve that. This is not only for English, for anything you do in your life. First, make your why clear, like why you want to learn English, what is the purpose. When you have a strong burning desire to do something, then tons of methods comes up your way.
Yes, ma'am. Now, I think now you're talking on main point, right? If we know our why, right? If we don't know, about why, how will we learn this language? If we really want to learn this language for something, right? Maybe I'm not getting any job, right? That's why I want to learn this language. Maybe, people are not respecting me because I don't know how to speak in English. That's why I'm learning this language, okay? I want to raise my standard, right? Yeah, we must work, we must know our why. If you know your why, I can guarantee you the way you are saying, okay, then they can learn anything, not only for English, but also for, other things as well. Then, we want thing, right, first I should work on my grammar. I should, learn this language by following other method, right? If you know your why, by hook or crook, you will do so many experiments. You will work on daily basis, right? Then you will learn this language very easily within 4 to 5 months as well.
Yeah,
I agree
right,
with you, ma'am.
right.